Hey guys, and welcome back to the Bearded Shaver. Today I'm going to be doing a head shave. I did pick me up some Reserve Fern from Barrister and Mann. Got this off of Amazon. It's a shave soap. It was only $9 on Amazon, while all their other soaps are roughly around the $24 region. So it was a great find. It is a fougere scent or a vetiver scent. Smells very woodsy. Obviously, it's in the title. It is fern. Smells like fern. And I picked up a new brush, a new shaving brush. It is a synthetic, and it's from Anbus. Please correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Anbus with a little amber handle. A very nice brush. I currently have that soaking in some hot water as well as I'm blooming my soap. And for a pre-shave today, I figured I'd give this another chance. I did a face shave with this the other day, and it did perform pretty well. So I want to see how this does on my head again. Maybe I didn't give this that great of a chance last time, but it is the Proraso Red, and it is the pre-shave. It is sandalwood scented. So it should pair up well nicely with the Reserve Fern. As far as an aftershave, I'm not going to be using one today. I'll probably just be putting on some lotion on my head. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to get my head wet with some hot water here. And in reference, it's probably been about 3 days since I shaved my head last. There we go, getting on the hot water here. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get the pre-shave on. So I'm gonna be a little bit generous with this. Probably take about that much. If I need a little bit more, I'll just go ahead and apply some more. And just rub it in. Now, I'm not going to add any water or anything to this afterward. I just want to see how it performs by itself. And I think when I did my face shave last time with this, I added some water and I might have diluted it a little bit, which didn't give me that great protection because I had taken some of the product off already. And I don't think you have to actually use any extra water with this, unlike my Phoenix, the Enigma Cube. That one, obviously, you just want to add a little bit of water, but I don't think I'm going to have to with this. It is pretty slick. And like I said, I did do a face shave with this the other day with the Proraso Red as a pre-shave, and it left behind, after my shave, a very nice slickness that I had to wash off. So that's why I wanted to try this again, and it does go scent-wise with the Reserve Fern. Now I'm going to dump out my bloom water here, take my brush out, give it a few good shakes, not that much, and get some soap loaded up onto this brush. Now this brush does have a long handle. You can see my fingers fit well into that groove right there. It is constructed very well, and I got this off of Amazon for about $16. I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm going to look into getting some more brushes from them soon. Oh, there we go. I should only need about that much. And as always, I'm going to be doing a head lather. Let's go ahead and get this applied. Obviously, you guys know by now that I rather go a little bit dry, or I prefer to go a little bit dry on my shave soaps for my head. But I did leave a little bit more water in this brush. I found that this particular shave soap, it is tallow based, and it doesn't need too much water. But I figured I'd add a little bit extra water on there just because I didn't want to go too dry with my lather. I'm going to dip it in some water here. Add a little bit of extra water. And there you can see it's already starting to get a nice lather on there. But I am going to leave it just a tad bit dry. And I did do a bowl lather with this soap the other day in brush, and it performed wonderfully on a bowl lather. So much so that I was kind of just practicing my bowl lathering, that I went ahead and did a head shave right then and there. It was a little late at night. That's why I don't have a video of it. But that's why we're going to get to this today. I'll dip my R4 in some water and we can go ahead and get started with the shave. Alright guys, let's get to it. Yeah, still got some nice residual slickness right there. I am happy with that so far. We'll see as the shave goes on. After I've gone through with my first pass and I do a little bit of touch up to see how it actually is performing. But so far, so good. And right now I'm just going a little bit lighter with my first pass. I don't really need to go that heavy-handed right now, because I'll get that in the second or third pass of my shave. This is just getting the bulk of it taken care of right now. And then I can go through and smooth it out the way that I prefer on that second and third pass. Alright, getting behind the ears, just making sure everything is clean behind there. And for the sides of my head, for the first pass, I'm going back and forth instead of up and down, which would be against the grain. This is going with the grain right now. Or I apologize, this is going across the grain. My hair grows down this way. Now, as you can see, most of the lather on this side is already gone, but I still have some nice slickness left. So I can go over it maybe a few more times by adding a little bit of water. And it's not tugging or pulling on my hair, which I can have that problem with other soaps. Alright, nice. Yep, that slickness is definitely still there. But like I said in the video earlier before, I don't think I gave the Proraso Red a chance before, or a good chance. And I might have added a little too water after I applied the pre-shave, which it doesn't look like you need to do. So you learn as you use these products a few times how to properly use them and what you can and can't do. That's why I'm making these videos, so you guys can see what I have experienced with these particular products. Now, you may not have the same result. That's just going to be dependent upon you, your skin type, your hair type. There's a lot of variables that go, factor into your shave. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start getting the back of my head. And I'm going to do this without using my mirror. I'm going to try just using it by feel. Again, I'm going around in little circles at first. That kind of makes it go, against the grain, with the grain, across the grain, all at the same time. And then I can go ahead and dial it in afterward. I typically use the mirror just because I don't want to miss any spots on the first pass. But I'll look at it here in a minute and see how I did. One of the first times not using a mirror. But I've been using this electric razor long enough and have a little bit of practice with it that I'm starting to feel more and more confident not using a mirror when I'm shaving my head. But I'm a tad bit of a perfectionist when it comes to shaving, particularly my head. So that's why I use a mirror. All right, I'm going to set my R4 down here. And I'm just going to feel around for the spots that I want to touch up. So obviously right around here, I need to go against the grain. And in the back, all right, I got most of it, but I need to go against the grain as well. This will be my second pass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush. I already still have some lather on here or some soap. Dip it in a little water. And just apply a nice little lather here. You can use the R4 dry, but at this point, I love using different brushes. I love using different soaps. I like trying out different pre-shaves. So that is why I do this wet. Look at that. You can see it painting on right now. The first pass already got most of the hair. But as always, we got to get a second pass. And I have plenty of soap if I want to do a third pass or any type of touch-up. Well, let's go ahead and grab the mirror. And I'm going to get the back first and work into my sides. All right, let's get turned around. All right, I'm going to take a quick pause here. I have some slickness on my fingers, and it's starting to transfer to where I'm holding it on my R4. So I just want to give that a little quick wipe and then dry off my fingers. This thing, I was tending to have not that much control over it. And I like to have a nice firm grip when I'm using the R4. So again, let's go to the back. And what I'm doing is I'm going against the grain a few times first, then I go diagonally, just to get it at, get it cut from different directions. Tends to help me get that nice smooth feel that I like. All right, let's get the other side of the back of the head. All right, let's give this a feel and see how we did. All right, nice. Got a little spot right around this area and over here, but I typically get that area. It takes me a few times to get to it. I'll top back around, get those areas, and then get the sides, guys. All right, let's give this a feel. There we go. That's it. Actually, I still have a lot of lather here on the front. I'm at a little bit because I am going to be going against the grain right here and right here. So I just want to get my lather there. All right, let me add a little bit more water here. All right, and let's go ahead and get to the sides. I'll set my mirror down since I don't need it anymore. And I start at the back, right around the back of the ear, and go up. Then I'll get the top part right here and then move above the ear. Now, I was getting a little resistance there, so I was going a little heavy-handed or too heavy-handed when I was doing that. So I just lightened up my touch and went over it a few more times, and it's exactly where I need it at. So now we can move on to the other side, and then we're done with this shave, guys. Again, going a little lighter than usual. Then I do a few long strokes here. This just kind of gives me a gauge of how short I've got it cut already. Again, very light-handed or I'm going to start getting irritation here. All right, let's give this a feel. All right, there it is. Shave is done. Gonna rinse out the R4 real quick. Turn it off. Get my head wiped off, and then we'll go over the performance. There we go. And as always, I got a ton of lather down here. I always get the excess soap off first before I do my hot water rinse. Otherwise, it becomes a big hot mess in my bathroom. And I don't need my wife complaining about that when she gets home from work. That's pretty good for the initial cleanup. I will do my hot water rinse and my cold water rinse here in a minute. But so far, Proraso Red is the pre-shave. Again, I just had to give this a second chance. It did work very well as a pre-shave. It had a nice protective layer underneath my shave soap to help my electric razor glide nice and smooth. I will tell you, when using a double edge blade for my face shave using this, it was excellent performer. I actually do like this. I didn't like the sandalwood scent at first, but I'm kind of starting to start to like the scent. More earthy scent, since I have purchased, the Barrister and Mann Reserve Fern. I purchased the Zingaring Man. I got, let's see, that one was the Explorer, which is a vetiver scent. So again, I'm kind of exploring that right now. As for the shave brush, this thing is awesome. I would definitely recommend this. The knot is a 24 millimeter, I believe. The handle is resin, so it's nice and heavy. And the synthetic brushes are just awesome. I really like this brush. And again, I'm going to check into more of their products here later. And let's see what else. The shave soap. The shave soap, amazing. Again, it is a tallow based, so that is going to give you your nice slickness. Very earthy smelling. And I'm kind of digging it. So that's why I went with the sandalwood from the Proraso Red, and then the actual Fern. Gives me a nice earthy scent, kind of calming scent. And for my next video, I have some more Phoenix shaving stuff coming in. I have the Tokyo Rose, which is the shave soap and the aftershave. And I'll be getting into that next video for you guys. Probably a head shave, because that's what I seem to be gearing toward. More than face shaves, because I don't have that much to shave here. But you never know. We'll see when I film the next video. All right, again, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them down below in the comments, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.